Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are one and free. With golden soil and a well for toil, our home is girt by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, and let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Please be seated. Distinguished guests and graduates, I would like to invite Uncle Chris Tobin, representative of the Darug people, to offer the traditional welcome to country.
Thank you. Warami Miriga. Hello friends and Nalawa. Welcome to the lands of the Wallamedigal. I belong to one of the local Aboriginal families of the Darug people, the traditional custodians over this part of the country. I wish to firstly pay my respects to the country and its people, and to thank the University for their acknowledgement of us and the invitation to welcome you here today. That acknowledgement is important for our people and much appreciated. My family, in fact, descend from Yarramundi, a respected elder and cleverman of the Burrabrongal clan during the early years of colonisation. He saw that our survival in this new world could best be secured if we could learn more about it. So he enrolled his daughter, Bulgari, or Maria, into the Native Institute, a school set up in 1815 by Governor Macquarie, offering formal education to Aboriginal children. Maria studied there for several years and used her newly acquired skills to lobby and ultimately secure some land for herself and her family out along the Richmond Road. Other Aboriginal families soon joined them and it became known as the Blackstown, where the present-day city of Blacktown gets its name. We are very proud of her, as I'm sure your families are of you here today. And with good reason. Your success is our success. Your advancement, our advancement. Now that was probably better understood in traditional times when camp groups were smaller and clans abided by strict sharing laws, which meant that the food that you brought back was distributed throughout the rest of the camp. Your skills and good fortune were thus enjoyed by all. Your efforts literally nourished the rest of the community, and you in turn were looked after by them. Yes, we can live quite beautifully when we work together. Our Aboriginal ancestors certainly live well in many respects, and I use occasions like this to offer them to yourselves as a model or a benchmark on how good to expect our lives today. You see, when Captain Cook arrived here a little over 250 years ago, he encountered a people whom he described as one of the happiest people he'd ever met. They owned nothing, he wrote, but the tools they carried. They were naked and made their shelters from the bark of trees without cutting them down, fed their families from the earth without excessive tilling or clearing. There was no slavery, no rich and poor, and no homelessness. Armies were unknown, as were forts, jails, or even fences. People cooperated to collect the resources that were needed, which were then shared out according to strict Aboriginal law. Our lands were maintained in their natural state through fire and responsible harvesting. Our rivers and waterways kept clean and unpolluted, with people drinking out of them as they have done here for the past 20,000 years. So this is not a dream or an ideal, people. This is normal life for us and for the longest time. And there is no reason why we should expect less for ourselves and our children than what our ancestors enjoyed. Admittedly, there's a lot more of us. However, we're a clever people and there is still much magic in the world, I like to believe. So graduates, I would say expect great and wonderful things from your life. Life is normally happy and good, and we are usually quite good ourselves at looking after each other and the planet. So I'd encourage you to share your gifts with the rest of us and keep following that beautiful spirit within you that got you this far. do this, and I'm confident we can put together a country we can be proud of and a future that is worthy of our children. We can all do our bit. I'll do mine by winding up and letting you graduate. Just want to say congratulations to all of you and all the best in our collective futures. Thank you. Yano.
I am pleased to introduce Vice-Chancellor and President of Macquarie University, Professor S. Bruce Doughton.
Well, thank you very much, Chris Tobin, for your wonderfully informative and generous welcome to country here today. Thank you for joining us and the graduates and their families. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you study your program today, you would see that the presiding officer was going to be Dr. Martin Parkinson, our Chancellor. Unfortunately, Dr. Parkinson can't be here today. He has had to go back to Canberra to attend a funeral. So you have me as the designated hitter to take place of Dr. Parkinson. Dr. Parkinson, as Chancellor, chairs the governing board of the university and has a number of activities outside the university. It's wonderful to have you all today here, colleagues, guests, families, friends of our graduands, and most importantly, the graduands yourselves. It's my great honour and pleasure to welcome you all here today to this graduation ceremony. I bring you all the greetings of our Governing Council of the University, chaired by Dr. Parkinson. It is our hope that today will be a very happy and memorable occasion for each and every one of you. Now, I did see as I came into the Michael Egan Graduation Hall here today a couple of small children, and I think I saw a small baby as well, and I want you all to know that at graduations at which I preside, small children and babies are always welcome. I believe that all celebrations are enhanced by the presence of children. I'm a paediatrician by background. I can assure you I have heard far worse noise than any baby or child could possibly make in my consulting rooms. If the Chancellor were here presiding, on his behalf I would say that he, as the former Secretary of the Department of Prime Minister and Cabinet in Canberra, would have heard far worse rancour in the Cabinet room than any group of children could possibly make. So children, run around, have fun, be part of the celebration. It's great. Today is a milestone day for each of our graduands today as we celebrate the wonderful achievements that you've all made and you are about to graduate. Completing a degree is never easy. It requires an intelligent and inquiring mind, determination and perseverance, and you've all made many sacrifices along the way as well to reach this end goal. You've worked very hard and you should feel justifiably very proud of what you have achieved. We as a university are also very proud of your achievements, and I will be pleased to greet each of you on the stage here today personally. Now, I also want to particularly welcome the families, friends of our graduands and the supporters. The fact that you have been invited here today to take part in this marvellous ceremony is proof positive that you have had a very important influence and contribution on the lives of our graduating class here today. So to our invited guests, congratulations to each of you as well, and thank you for joining us on this wonderful occasion of high ceremony. Graduands, you may not realise that you are about to participate in one of Europe's oldest social rituals. If you were to take a date, pick a date, say 1500 AD, and look back to what social institutions were around then that are still around today, there are only in fact about 60. If you leave aside the Roman Catholic Church, the parliaments of England, Iceland and the Isle of Man, and 6 Swiss cantons or local government areas, all the rest are universities. In fact, graduation ceremonies are even older than that. For more than 800 years, graduates have been donning gowns just like the ones you are wearing today and participating in ceremonies just like the one upon which we are about to embark. And since those earliest graduations, the ceremony has remained almost unchanged, a defining feature of the life of every Western university and its students. Now, we all realise that Macquarie University is not an ancient university. In fact, we are just over 50 years young. And though we are among the youngest of the universities in the world, we are very proud indeed to take part in this time-honoured tradition. We all know, I believe, that youth has its advantages. Macquarie is a very modern and outward-looking university. We enjoy an enviable reputation, leading research excellence, research engagement and impact. We are continually progressing and advancing by extending our research partnerships, our course offerings, our facilities. And we have a proud tradition of innovation and discovery at this university. And our pioneering approach is built upon a very deep sense of a collaborative and connected learning community. It's a very exciting time for this university amidst much change as the vision for this remarkable campus continues to unfold here in Sydney, the Wallamatical campus of Macquarie University. And you would have seen some of the development going on campus today. We now have over 214,000 graduates living in more than 140 countries. It's very clear that we are forward-looking university and we're on the move. And so are each of you, our graduands here today. Some of the things which we all value so much about Macquarie University, however, I believe will never change. Over my now almost 10 years having the great privilege to lead this university, I have had many visitors comment upon the friendliness and inclusiveness of welcome by our staff and by our students. This is very inherent to the Macquarie University culture, and I anticipate it will always be so. Please remember, graduands, you will always be welcome back here at Macquarie University. We will always be a leader in teaching and learning, a leader in the accumulation of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. However, our collective journey is about, as I mentioned before, building community, where we have shared values, where we share things in common, and where we care about each other, even when our points of view on many matters might be quite divergent. In other words, an ideal community of scholars. Graduands, friends, academic and professional colleagues, and most importantly, our graduands, I offer you the warmest of welcomes to Macquarie University on this grand occasion. In just a few moments, it will be my very great honour to confer your degrees upon you and welcome you into that community of scholars as lifelong members that we proudly call Macquarie University. Now, it's my great pleasure to introduce our occasional speaker today, Ms. Annette Bain. Ms. Bain has a Bachelor of Arts degree, a Master of Arts degree and a Bachelor of Legal Studies from Macquarie University, a Diploma of Education from the Sydney Teachers College, and is a graduate of the Australian Institute of Company Directors. Ms. Bain is an internationally recognised advocate for increasing the access to justice for marginalised people. She has led the law firm pro bono practices in Australia and Asia, building collaborations across businesses, government, education and community sectors. In 2018, Ms. Bain was named one of the 10 pioneers of legal thinking in the Financial Times in the Asia-Pacific region. Ms. Bain is a senior consultant to the Responsible Business Group at the global law firm DLA Piper. She is acting CEO and member of the board of directors of Wallamata Legal. This is an innovative, low-fee, not-for-profit family law firm established by DLA Piper and Macquarie University Law School here at the university to increase the access to legal services for the missing middle, people who are neither eligible for legal aid nor able to readily afford legal services. Please welcome Ms. Annette Bain to deliver the occasional address.
I too would like to acknowledge the Wallamata people of the Darug Nation and pay my respects. Thank you for the beautiful welcome. And pay my respects to all the elders past, present and emerging, and to all First Nations people who are here with us today. Happy Graduation Day to every single person in this room, to each of you who is actually graduating, and to those who have loved you, supported you, listened to you, sometimes even forgiven you as you've gone through this journey. Equally, congratulations to your teachers for what you have all achieved together despite this historic pandemic. Well done. Getting through my law degree here at Macquarie presented me with quite different hurdles. My two younger daughters were born while I was doing my law degree, and all three daughters attended preschool here at the Macquarie campus. I like to brag that my children went to uni before they started school. We rented a tiny house just over in Eastwood, and I'm sure many of you may have lived in that area too. And more than one essay was actually written sitting in my car, which was the only quiet spot I could escape to. And who would have ever known that a steering wheel was just perfect for holding heavy law books? I did. So uni days were both a challenging and a really happy time, but in many ways, the biggest challenge struck when I was exactly where each of you is here today at graduation, wondering, was it worth it? And I expect that quite a few of you will also be wondering, will this massive effort ever pay off? Maybe some on the other side of the room are thinking that too. So I'd like to share with you what happened next for me, and also some of the observations that I've learnt along the way. So my first observation was on dreaming. I did law because I wanted to help people and thought that becoming a barrister was the best way I could do this. This was my dream. So straight after law school, I borrowed some money and went to the bar, called to the bar, as they say. This gave me more flexibility than working in a law firm could do back then, given my family responsibilities. This was an era when there was even less childcare available than there is today, and flexible working conditions were almost unknown and kind of futuristic. It was hard, really hard. I never met another woman at the bar who had young children. I had no mentor, no network to refer me matters, and I came to realise that this dream was just a nightmare. It was sort of time to wake up to myself and move on. Painful though this was, and it was excruciating, I remain glad that I'd had a go, and even gladder when I moved on. Yes, there were many tears, and there will be tears along the way for you too, if you step outside your comfort zone. A partner at a law firm where I worked once told me he hated the new office decor, which they had replaced all the traditional office walls with glass. And the reason was, he said, people might catch me crying. And to which I said, look, just cry quietly in the toilets like the rest of us. So my lesson from that, if there is a lesson, is every couple of years, check in on your dream. Are you being the best possible you? There is no shame in changing your mind, and that's absolutely demonstrated so well by the number of career changes flaunting career abandonment on MasterChef. My next observation is about friendship. At this pretty low ebb in my life when I just said goodbye to the dream, one of my law school friends rang to tell me about her new job and mentioned there was another going at Women's Legal Centre, a free legal service for clients from marginalised backgrounds. First Nations women, women who had a disability, rural and remote women, people living in poverty, in prison, and migrants. I could not believe that here was my chance to do the kind of community law that really interested me. It was also a progressive workplace where flexible and part-time hours were actually seen as normal, and tech innovation made our services more accessible across the state, including things now which are old hat, like, reverse charge phone calls and for women in prison, and special technology for being able to communicate directly, immediately with deaf women and remotely. None of that's really necessary with mobile phones, SMS, access to online legal information. Ironically, when Women's Legal employed me, and I just loved this, it's one of the things they really liked about me was I had experience of being at the bar. So the lesson, I guess, from this is make more friends. Start today. If you don't know the people sitting next to you now, introduce yourself before you leave the room. My friends have been instrumental in bringing me all sorts of opportunities, and above all, friendship. My next observation is about disruptive behaviour. One of the favourite messages that I took from Macquarie University was the idea that law is a dynamic force as long as its practitioners choose to be dynamic. And I think this applies in most fields of study and all the study fields represented here today. Ask yourselves, what is changing or ought to be changed in your field of endeavour? And how can you get involved? What can you do about it? During the late 1990s, in what was incredibly good timing for me, many large law firms had set up pro bono publico committees, and these were to provide legal work without fee for the good of the community. 2 or 3 firms had already employed lawyers to manage their pro bono practices, and this idea started to catch on. In 2001, I was asked to build and coordinate the national pro bono practice at what is now law firm Herbert Smith Freehills. Here was a chance to build on my experience at a statewide community legal centre at Women's, take it to the private sector and innovate on a national scale. It was a chance to work collaboratively across legal ecosystem, government, business, universities and community organisations to initiate original ways of helping people access justice, such as homeless legal clinics aiming at assisting women and a flying legal service out to Walga, just as a couple of examples. So the lesson here is keep your CV current. That opportunity just came out of the blue one day. I picked up the paper and there was this ad. So when you keep your CV current, I mean every 6 months look at it. This not only makes you game ready, but it's also a very good way of checking on your progress. Is it about time you took more study, perhaps? Is your CV pointing in the direction of where you want it to go? So my last observation is synergy. In 2015, I decided to retire, but that plan did not get off the ground because I hated it. So my good friend and another fellow alumni of Macquarie University Law School, Nicholas Patrick, who's a partner at DLA Piper, asked me if I would move to Asia to build the firm's pro bono practice, mentor future pro bono lawyers from a Hong Kong base, and connect to law students in the region. I had always wanted to be an expat. This was my dream, and it came true at the age of 65. I began this next and arguably most interesting chapter of my entire career. So after 4 years in Hong Kong, I moved home early in 2020, just a week or 2 before the first lockdowns, and joined DLA Piper in Australia. And this is where my professional life has come full circle. I am back at Macquarie, and this is the reason, as outlined by the Vice-Chancellor. For too long, many of us in the pro bono area have talked about how we could increase access to justice for low to low middle income earners who are ineligible for legal aid assistance or pro bono, and they cannot afford to get much legal assistance. Rising to the challenge of this, Macquarie University and DLA Piper have founded this low-fee, not-for-profit family law firm right here on campus, and it opened late in 2021. So far, we've seen about 50 clients. And we are very grateful to the Darug elders for they gave us permission to call it Wallamata Legal, and that was to acknowledge that we are here on the traditional land of the Wallamatagal. I'm a board member and an interim CEO. So look, the obvious lesson about that is you're never too old to take a new job, take on a new challenge, or even come back to uni. Finally, did my degree pay off? 100%. It has taken me to new roles and geographies around the world that were never in my dream, never anything I ever imagined could happen. And so to each and every one of you in this room, my heartfelt congratulations. The excitement and the journey will either be continuing or starting now. And my final wish is may your dreams be challenged. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, there, friends and graduands, we have, I believe, in the finest tradition of occasional addresses at graduation ceremonies. What a wonderful autobiographical tour through a wonderful career. Lots of good advice for you there, graduands. I would commend to you that if you ever lose that sense of North Star and where you might be heading in your life, go back on YouTube, find this graduation ceremony and listen to Annette Bain's wise advice for you there again, filled with wisdom, pragmatism, practical advice. Introduce yourself to the person next door if you don't know them, right now. Say hi to the person next door if you don't know them. We do have to get you graduated, folks. We do have to get you graduated, folks. There you are, impact in action, Annette. I would commend to you the most important advice that Ms. Bain gave to you was to ask yourself that question. Are you being your best possible self? Thank you again for a wonderful graduation. As Vice-Chancellor of Macquarie University, I especially look forward to presiding at ceremonies just like this one and conferring degrees upon those who have complied with the university's requirements, all the requirements for the awards. I now call upon our Acting Registrar, Dr. Brad Winden, to formally certify that none of you ever missed a class, were late handing in an assignment, and all of the other official requirements that the university has for such awards. Dr. Winden.
Vice-Chancellor, I certify that all of the candidates being presented here today and those who are absent have satisfied the requirements of the Academic Senate for the degrees they are to be awarded. Would all candidates for admission to degrees please stand.
In the name of the Macquarie University Council and by my authority as Vice-Chancellor, I admit each of you present and those who are absent to the degrees for which you have qualified. Graduates, congratulations.
Graduates, please be seated. Vice-Chancellor, the graduates at this ceremony are from the Faculty of Arts. I now call on Professor Chris Dixon, Interim Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, to present the graduates. Professor Dixon.
Students and staff in this faculty work together within and across disciplinary boundaries to ask questions about socially complex problems, They identify paths of research, analyse and communicate ideas in creative formats, and reflect on the skills and knowledge they will need to understand the world, past, present and future. Students are encouraged to use their skills and talents to connect with local and global communities. This faculty includes research and study areas in ancient history, anthropology, education, English, geography and planning, Indigenous studies, international studies, law, media, music, communication and cultural studies, modern history, politics and international relations, philosophy, sociology and security studies and criminology. Vice-Chancellor, I present to you the graduates from the Faculty of Arts whom you have admitted to degrees or awarded diplomas. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Manasa Anira. Elizabeth Melkonian. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours First Class. Lucy McCarthy. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours First Class. Isabella Bawaja. Carrie Benz. John T. Bashir. Eliza Wentworth. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Anna Maria Makila. Narissa Puth. Marika Ratnam. Matthew Rowe. Alexandra Sara. Paul Taylor. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce Professional Accounting with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Tanil Chester. Harrison Pryor. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours First Class. Samuel Crowder. Daniel Lim. Well done. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Ida Bamani. Nicole Cheng. Marlene Bridget Del Pardo. Peter Kim. Ashish Matai. Alexander Moore. Bobby Nadir. Hilda Schlemon. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Environment with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Manisha Kamanesh. Kate Bettinelli. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies with the degree of Bachelor of Law Honours. Shanana Karuna Karan. Heather Pym. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Media with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours First Class. Tara Kate Taylor. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours First Class. Rachel Hay. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Brian Pang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours First Class. Alana Pollard. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science with the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours. Sana Ahmad. Elizabeth Clark. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws Honours First Class. Mary Salatambu. Owen Smith. Caitlin Wilkins. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws with honours. Josip Blazevic. Cameron Cavalieri. Francis Caesar Devine. Amelia Discoros. Eamon Melican. Yakub Ott. Catherine Yu. Benjamin Zimeshko. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Finance with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Prabhabjot Kaur. Leah Varghese. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Media with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Nicholas Borrett. Christina Jong. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Psychology with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Sarah Cameron. Katrine Sandholt. Emily Walker Philcox. Dorcas Elizabeth Paulson Wilson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Media. Emily Morell. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. Madison Bryant. Kai Tung Wang. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Sally Bennett. Ruby Balserma. Jershien Chen. Mitchell Frater Baird. Natalia Labance. Michael Lane. Mia Isabella Miranda. Teresa Jane. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Science. Lachlan Anderson. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Anna Simone Atala. Jessica Boulder. Elisa Mullen Grigul. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Commerce with the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Sylvia Atsalis. Zachary Gordon. Martin Kimber. Anita Omoriya Owala. Dolly Powell. Michael Tamaris. Alan Ton. Beheshta Waseh. Adam Waters. Admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies with a degree of Bachelor of Laws, Nonya Duru. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Psychology and Bachelor of Laws, Nikki Kalimnios. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science with a degree of Bachelor of Laws, Michaela Birchall. Never works. Isabella Gray. Carl Myers. Nura Salama. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Security Studies with a degree of Bachelor of Laws, Drew Dowling Priest. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Social Science with a degree of Bachelor of Laws, Stephanie Mead. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Rachel Baldacchino. Tori Samantha Barrendit. Gemma Boffa. Chastel Kalios. Michaela Castle. Elaine Yiling Chu. Lana Chrysalgis. Oscar Douglas. Eilish Dowsett. Ashana Gaudar. Mitchell Hargraves. Mary Ellen Hepworth. Brianna Inas. Liam Johnson. Thomas Kennedy. Mary Labar. Nicholas Lamberton. Deng Shan Lee. Caitlin O'Connor. Tegan Oliver. Angus Parker. Jessica Phelan. Rosemary Randall. Neve Shipley. Slavena Slovava. Brianna Simmons. Bethany Varmelin. Eddie Serhei Wong. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of International Studies, Jade Blackledge. Mimi Brunsdon. April Dahan. Zara Fraser. Kay Hewson. Ella Hutchins. Tanya Radovich. Luke Raisin. Samuel Rosenberg. Kelsey Scholes. Jenny Tang. Danielle Visser. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Laws. Siobhan Allen. Antonia Antoniadis. Hamazap Arakalyan. Annalise Diab. Tiana Faraz. Crisula Gavriel. Zagona Rajivi. Shrishti Shah. Anastasia Skliar. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Juris Doctor, Carla Rose Brett. Elise Galati. Joshua Millis. Jacqueline Rimington. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Creative Writing. Jonathan Chang. Adrienne Easton. Karen Johnston. Domando Contos. Kirsten Oakley. James Scully. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Laws. Engjin Basuna Surin. Yu Chen. Oka Cho. Ola Mara Mucha Rafi, awarded the Macquarie University Award for Academic Excellence. Well done. Kawali Wisarata. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Graduate Diploma of Law. Fidel Fakun. Julia Lakeman. Vice-Chancellor, a higher degree by research is awarded to a graduate who has successfully completed a program of study in which the defining characteristic is research. Our Master of Research is a 2-year full-time equivalent research training degree consisting of a research-based coursework, postgraduate research training and a major research project. Graduates have focused on a specific research topic to produce a thesis of up to 20,000 words in preparation for doctoral work. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Master of Research. Brent Gosling, for a thesis entitled New Frontiers in Re-Prosecution, Double Jeopardy and the Fresh and Compelling Evidence Exception in New South Wales. Well done. Tobias Hansen, for a thesis entitled The Role of Politics of Identity in the Donbass Conflict in Eastern Ukraine and Declining Relations Between Russia and its European Neighbours. Jan Hauget R. for a thesis entitled The Game Off the Field, the German Democratic Republic, Cultural Diplomacy and Football. Well done. Riley Keir for a thesis entitled Seeing with More Than Sight, Nalo Hopkinson's Non-Ocular Visions of the Human. Well done. Sarah Matheson for a thesis entitled Psychopathy and Behavioural Variant Frontotemporal Dementia, What's the Moral Difference? Well done. Georgia Rutherford for a thesis entitled Connecting Hegel and the Extended Mind Hypothesis. The Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to graduates who have demonstrated the capacity to conduct research independently by forming a distinct contribution to the capacity of the knowledge of the subject and to afford evidence of coherence and originality shown either by the discovery of new facts or by the exercise of independent critical power. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Daniel Anderson for a thesis entitled A Recognitive Theory of Forgiveness and its Application to the Formation of Personal and Social Identity. Congratulations. Clinton K. Wood for a thesis entitled Autofiction and the Absent Self, Representing Trauma in Life Writing. Well done. Dr. Livia Cochetta for a thesis entitled Social Revolution is the Daughter of Aesthetic Revolution, the Monumental Dimensions of Jacques Ranciere's Political and Aesthetic Thinking. Dr. Thomas Alexander Corbin for a thesis entitled A Levelling Fancy, Civic Equality in the Thought of Thomas Hobbes. Dr. Merrill Howie, Vice-Chancellor's commendation for a thesis entitled Memory, Emotion and Empathy in Literary Memoirs in English. Dr. Muhammad Abdul Manan for a thesis entitled Law, Policy and Institutional Frameworks for Civil Service Reform in Bangladesh, Challenges and Opportunities. Congratulations. Dr. Rebecca Peach for a thesis entitled Power, Place and Perspectives, Exploring Subjectivity in the 21st Century Fairy Tale Screen Adaptations. Congratulations. Dr. Bernhard Erich Randolph Ripper-Jahr, for a thesis entitled Preventive Justice, Autonomy and Rehabilitation, a contribution towards a critical theory of law. Congratulations. The University Medal is the university's most prestigious academic award and is awarded to students who have demonstrated exceptional academic excellence throughout their university studies. I present graduates admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts with the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Honours, First Class and the University Medal for Law. James Brannan. Vice-Chancellor, that completes this afternoon's presentation of the graduates from the Faculty of Arts.
Vice-Chancellor, I call on Carla Rose Brett, who graduated with a Juris Doctor, to speak on behalf of the graduating group. Carla Rose.
I would also like to pay my respects to the traditional custodians of the land, the Wallamata people. Good afternoon, Vice-Chancellor, members of the university, fellow graduates and guests. I'm honoured to be standing here today on behalf of my peers on a day we've waited a very long time for. I would firstly like to thank the wonderful and brilliant teachers and members of the Macquarie Law School who inspired us to be excited about law and have passed their wisdom on to us. Your anecdotal experiences in class kept the coursework interesting, and I know many of us grew quite fond of Dr. Andrew Burke's criminal law classes and learning all about his past colourful clients and cases. Secondly, thank you to all of our parents, family, friends and loved ones who we lent on when we broke down on the kitchen floor and thought the world was ending. Shout out to my mum. Your faith in us kept us going, and I hope we made you proud. I would also like to congratulate my fellow graduates for persevering in their endeavours and achieving an impressive milestone. To think we completed a law degree during a global pandemic is remarkable, and I'm sure we have all earned bragging rights to tell to our grandchildren and the future generation to come. I had a little help writing this speech today by taking inspiration from a movie that undoubtedly inspired many to pursue a career in law across the globe, Legally Blonde. As the fabulous Elle Woods once said on her graduation day, it is with passion, courage of conviction, and strong sense of self that we take our next steps into the world. You must always have faith in people, and most importantly, you must always have faith in yourself. Now a personal note from me to my fellow graduates. I encourage you to be bold and fearless in the pursuit of your dreams and chase whatever sets your soul on fire. That is where the magic happens, when you combine your newfound skills in law and your passion. We are constantly on a journey of exploration, and don't be afraid to try different areas of law until you find where you feel at home. We are so lucky and privileged to have a law degree under our belt. A law degree has unlocked so many doors for us, and career opportunities are endless. The knowledge we have learnt and continue to learn will stay with us forever. I tried different firms of areas of law until I settled into litigation, and not because I like to argue, but because I like to be right. So, keep chasing that fire, keep being curious and exploring, and always have faith in yourself. I wish you all the best of luck. Thank you.
Well, Carla Rose, what wonderful remarks there for all of our graduates, the members of the law school and the other graduates of Macquarie University here today. Again, wise words there from the movie, Passion, Courage, Conviction. Haven't seen that movie yet. But also, if you tie together Carla Rose's last comment there, have faith in yourself, with Annette Bain's remarks at the end of her remarks there. You have two wonderful things to go back and find if ever you are deviating and wondering what the next step might be. Let's give Carla Rose another great round of applause. Thank you. Friends and graduates, that wonderful operatic voice belongs to Ms. Angela Brewer, who is the CEO and Artistic Director of Coast Opera Australia. You're very lucky, graduates, that Ms. Brewer was here to sing today. Emeritus Chancellor Michael Egan, the former State Treasurer, used to say that he was very appreciative that Angela would come to graduations to sing, and he would always say, on the very rare occasion she couldn't come and sing, he would sing. And one day he had to actually do that. That's a story for another day. Let's give another great round of applause. Please join me also in thanking our musicians. On the organ, University organist Heather Moen Boyd. And on the trumpet, Mr. Colin Grisdale. I would also like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and thank representatives from our alumni community who have come along today to help make sure things go smoothly and to celebrate this wonderful occasion. Thank you, folks. Graduates, this ceremony marks a change in your relationship with Macquarie University, but it is certainly not the end of your association with us. From today onwards, you are now part of that bigger Macquarie family. Our alumni network, as I mentioned earlier, with well over 200,000 graduates spanning around the globe, welcomes you to the fold. This is the beginning of the rest of your lives. We look forward to seeing you back on campus to attend alumni events perhaps, maybe to undertake further study, or simply to visit this beautiful campus and reminisce about good times that you had here at Macquarie University. Some of you, I predict, one day will be in the position Ms. Bain was earlier today, giving the graduation address. Think about that as a goal. Graduates, the award of a university degree carries many opportunities and privileges. But I believe, like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I urge you to commit yourselves to a lifelong learning and inquiry. I urge you to set ambitious goals for yourselves. I urge you to continue the hard work that has already brought you this far. At Macquarie, we pride ourselves on developing each and every one of our students into engaged community citizens and leaders. So I urge you always to give thought to what you might do for others along the way. You don't have to do much sometimes to make a real difference in someone else's life. Sometimes a kind gesture or a gentle word might mean the world to another person. I challenge you to continue to exercise sound judgment and initiative, and to always be generous in offering practical advice and wisdom to those you meet along life's journey. My hope is that as Macquarie University graduates, you will always use what you have learned, not only for your own benefit and the benefit of your family, but also for the betterment of our community. And in all you do, I charge you to uphold the good name of Macquarie University. It's also my hope that you will always remember the people who have helped you out along the way, many of whom are with us here today. And so to acknowledge their contribution and to thank them for it, I'm now going to ask our graduates to do a couple of things. First of all, would all the new graduates please stand? Now I'd like you to place your testamers on your seat behind you and turn around and face your family and friends. And I invite you to give them a mighty round of applause in thanks and gratitude. Now you might turn around, but don't sit down just yet. Here on the dais are representatives of our academic staff who have supported you throughout your journey. Please join me in thanking them. Now, graduates, please do turn around and pick up your testament behind you. I wouldn't like you to leave that. Remain standing since the official party will soon leave the Michael Egan Graduation Hall, followed by the graduates. As we do, our organist will play the traditional recessional music of graduation that has been played at ceremonies just like this one over centuries. This music, set to an age-old set of Latin lyrics, which begins as Gaudeamus igitur, dum sumus juvenes. In translation, this graduation exit song starts out, "Therefore let us rejoice, for we will always be young." This song speaks in a whimsical way of youth and old age at the very same time, of the brevity of life and the inevitability of death, of state, of city, and of happiness. Now, might I ask everyone to please stand? Shortly, I will lead the official party out through the central aisleway, followed by the graduates' celebration. Again, to the graduates of Macquarie University, our newest graduates, my warmest congratulations and every best wish for your futures to be filled with success, satisfaction, and most importantly, happiness. In closing today's wonderful celebration of high achievement, I say again, Gādājāmies igitur, therefore let us rejoice.